Welcome, Rocco.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you. Even though you're really dark, I can't even see you. What happened
So
to you?
emo.
Yeah, if you're watching on the YouTube, A, I'm a little dark, and B, my dad is behind me. He's in
Hi,
town,
Dad.
and I wanted to show him what I do for a living.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, and
Hi,
it's
Rocco's daddy.
it's talk on the radio about top 5 things. Yesterday, we learned that James Earl Jones had passed at age 93. And for me growing up in the 70s, he was obviously Darth Vader. For you guys growing up in the 90s, he was Mufasa.
Yeah.
And it made me wonder, who are the top 5 Hollywood actors that sort of lent their voice to animated and voice acting? You know, if we were to say who's the best voice actor of all time, it might be Mel Blanc, who did all the Bugs Bunny and stuff. But for the purposes of today's top 5, let's talk about Hollywood actors who became voice actors.
Okay.
And who are the 5 best ones?
I love it.
Well, can we start out with him?
I think
we
we
should.
certainly could.
I am your father.
There he is as Darth. And here he is as another father figure.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
I just watched that movie with Kai for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it's hard because it's actually a lot of dark stuff. Like you think you're like, oh, I'm going to watch The Lion King. And then you realize you rewatch it with your kids. And you're like, it's a lot of just really dark, depressing
Yes.
scenes. But I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
I agree. But there he is, James Earl Jones. What a voice.
What a voice. What a man.
I mean, he's probably in our top 5. I'll pencil him in right now. But who else we got, Brittany? Who are you feeling?
This one's very important to me. I did think it was a woman until I did more research. This is Bob Peterson, who plays Roz from Monsters, Inc.
I'm looking for... I think I forgot to dub that person. But he says...
I'll be watching you, Wazowski.
Oh, the lady with the cigarette. But she's not holding
She's
a
not
cigarette.
smoking a cigarette.
But
She's
she
the most
sounds like she's-
interesting. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was voiced by a man
Me either.
until today.
And not only that, it's not really an actor. He's a guy who worked for Pixar and was like an animator and a director. I think he directed Up.
When you think about Monsters, Inc., you think about her saying Mike Wazowski.
For sure.
I agree with you. However, I disagree with you because he's not an actor. And isn't that what we're doing today, Brittany?
You know how I feel.
Yeah, the list is specifically actor.
He's an
Gotta
actor.
be a rebel.
So-
Watching you, Wazowski.
There you go.
Always watching.
I would like that to be my first pick.
That
Sorry.
is a good pick. And
Thank
that
you.
movie, The Monsters, Inc., has some great Hollywood actors turn voice guys. Billy Crystal, John Goodman. Are they making the list?
Oh, Billy Crystal. I didn't even think of that. He's a good one because he does that. And why I can't think of is the top of my head the other animated movie that he does.
I know he was in Princess Bride as a funny, voicey guy, but
He was
not
in
animated.
something else. Can I throw out just a different one? Because I know we started off with James Earl Jones. It's like a kind of, I feel like that was the topic of the subject.
Yep.
But we gotta go with Robin Williams as Aladdin.
As the genie.
Does it feel good to be out of there? I'm telling you, nice to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, where are you from? What's your name?
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can we call you Al or maybe just Din? Or how about Lottie? Sounds like, here, boy. Come on, Lottie.
It's so
Him as
good.
Aladdin, that he brings that character to life in a way that I don't know anyone else at that time could have done as well. Because think about what you're watching. When he's doing that, he's making up and inflicting his voice is registering different. He's making these weird noises with his mouth. He's doing all kinds of things that later then become this ultimate character of Genie who becomes 75,000 different things in the movie.
Which is perfect for him because he was just a whirlwind of improv voices.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
He's got to be there. Did he do any other animated? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of one.
I can't
think so either.
His sidekick was pretty good too.
There's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise. What are we going to do?
Gilbert Gottfried as the parrot.
He's a naughty parrot in our house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a naughty parrot.
Naughty parrot. All right. I think we could put Robin Williams in our top 5, perhaps. We'll see if he gets bumped out. Mike, you got anybody?
Yeah, I'm going to go with one that's a little more modern, that has been in some of the highest grossing movies in the history of mankind. This character could carry an entire final movie of a trilogy. I'm going with Rocket Raccoon and Bradley Cooper.
A purpose for what? They made us for nothing. Just stupid experiments.
So hard to watch this movie.
I
think he was in Avengers Endgame. He was in obviously all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and he's fantastic in that as that character.
I didn't even think of that. It didn't. I didn't even go that route. Wow, Mike.
I think that
You said no?
I said wow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
When nobody says no. We're not that aggressive about
No,
the
Mike.
list. I think that be a penciled in because I mean you're right. There was a lot built around it.
And that third movie was all basically his story. And again, you talked about how Robin Williams can throw his voice and just kind of play into that role and be that person. Like he was great.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When you started talking about a guy in a bunch of movies that made a ton of money, I thought maybe you were going to talk about Andy Serkis.
That's what I thought.
There's that too, yeah.
Precious. They stole it from us. Sneaky little hobbitses.
Yeah, and he plays Supreme Leader Snoke in some of the Star Wars sequels.
I thought you were. I'm with Rocco. I thought you were going that direction when you were talking about it in the first place. I thought when you were like, "Oh, a trilogy." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that." So Andy Serkis is definitely on my list.
How about a guy who did 4 movies?
Oh.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah. Nobody, when I circulated a list earlier, the guys from Toy Story didn't really make your finalist list.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too.
Tom Hanks not only was in Toy Story, but he was in The Polar Express, a movie that I'm sure freaks
that
all
movie
of
is
us out.
so creepy.
Yes,
the book is amazing.
The uncanny valley of it all was not. It was not comfortable.
Well, that's interesting. Why don't we like Tom Hanks as Woody in Toy Story?
I think we like him. I think that there's just other characters that did more.
Like who?
Yeah, Kendall.
Eddie Murphy is Donkey.
Yes, I have that on my
100%.
list. Yes.
I think you might be right. Here he is.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
And I forgot he was in Mulan.
Yes, I just woke up.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
yes.
Stone Dragon. Good morning. I will go forth and fetch Mulan.
It's so good. He's so good.
We can put him down. You know, I also found it interesting when I made this list earlier with you guys. You guys didn't give much love to the Shrek himself.
The Mike Myers of it
Is it
all.
just because he recycled an old Scottish accent from SNL for
Correct.
14
You know,
movies?
That's exactly
More
why.
than
He
him,
knows
we
what he
should have
did.
done Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots.
That's true.
I pencil him in.
Good pencil.
I did just want to bring up one name because we think of Mufasa. There's only one more voice that I think is so terrifying in that movie, and that, of course, is Jeremy Irons as Scar.
Well, as far as brains go, I got the lion's share, but when it comes to brute strength, I'm afraid I'm at the shallow end of the gene pool.
Oh, wow.
I have a huge crush on Scar.
Of course she
I don't
does.
think anyone's surprised. That's my biggest childhood crush right there.
Really? Just
Brittany loves
the
Scar.
lion?
Okay.
Or a Jeremy Irons.
I didn't know who Jeremy Irons was.
You should watch Die Hard with a Vengeance sometime. You are going to enjoy.
Your crush
Okay.
will deepen.
Brittany, we gotta get on that in another segment. This is a problem.
We're moving on.
There's a couple. Go ahead. I was going to say there was a couple ladies that were brought up.
Yeah, Kristen Bell and Frozen, I feel like we've got to acknowledge here.
Snow. Had to be snow. She couldn't have had tropical magic that covered the fjords in white sand and warm fire.
Plus, she could sing.
Yeah.
You know who else was a dual threat and was a lady?
Cheer up, child. It'll turn out all right in the end.
Yes.
You'll see. Oh, listen to me. Jabbering on while there's a supper to get on the table.
Angela Lansbury. Sorry, I didn't give Kristen Bell her
It's okay.
landing.
Fine.
It's okay. Women are used to getting just kind of rolled over. We get it. It's
You know,
fine.
it is interesting though that like the names that come out quickly are the men's names. I don't know why. Like I had The Rock from Moana as well. Like I don't know why they drum up these aggressive men. So it took a second for me to even get to Kristen Bell.
Or Ellen.
Oh, I've got Ellen here.
Oh,
When life beats you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you got to do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? We swim.
That was pretty good. How many movies did she do? A couple?
I think
Two,
there's
right?
2 or 3.
Yeah, well, because then there's Finding Dory.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to start narrowing these down, people. I
know.
hate to be the
Okay.
person who cracks the whip because I rarely do.
We've got a lot.
I don't think anyone can touch James Earl Jones or Robin Williams. So
Okay.
I
Agreed.
agree with that.
Man.
I do
we
feel
were all
like
getting
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy.
We all said Donkey too. Yep.
Okay,
so there's
that's
3.
Let's see. Bradley Cooper was mentioned. Andy Serkis, Jeremy Irons.
Angela Lansbury, I thought was a really good one to
I
come in
agree.
there. I think that is.
I
She
agree.
is iconic.
I
Yeah,
would be
so
happy
true.
to include her.
As Mrs. Potts.
There we go.
Can I throw a curveball in here before we add number
Of course
5?
you will.
Okay.
Do you guys like the joy of Christmas? Do you
I
feel
like
warm and
Christmas.
fuzzy when Christmas
I thought-
movies come on?
I thought there was like a movie or a
Yeah.
song that was the joy of
no,
Christmas. I'm like,
no, it's the way your
you meant
heart
like
feels.
you're trying to. Okay, I get it. You're trying to sell this. All
I
right.
do
yes.
enjoy Christmas.
I like-
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Thank
Mike,
you for the question.
following. Thank you for
Yes.
following me here. How do you feel about the narrator of How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Way up in the mountains, in the high range of Pontoos, lay the small town of Whoville, the home of the Who.
Now, this is the movie version of The Grinch,
Which
which
is the
creeped
better
everybody out
version.
more than Polar Express, I think. No?
Don't you dare
Oh
say
wait, this isn't
things
the
like
cartoon
that.
one.
Not
You're
the
saying?
cartoon one. No.
This is the
Anthony
90s.
Hopkins.
Oh, this is the 90s
No,
millennial thing.
2000s. Oh,
No.
Okay. It was made in the 2000s. I'm going to need you to back up because it is a cherished and beloved movie with Cindy Lou Who, a.k.a. Taylor Momsen, who then went on to do Gossip Girl.
But I'm saying that you recognize that Grinch because you're a 90s millennial,
Yeah.
and I recognize the cartoon as the Grinch because
Right. And you know who was that? Boris Karloff
let's do him.
himself. I didn't dub him.
No, I didn't mean let's do his voice. I said let's pick him.
I didn't know what you meant by that.
No, you're not even going to give any thought towards Sir Anthony Hopkins
No.
being the narrator of a
I've
beloved
ne-
Christmas movie.
Nobody recognizes that as their Grinch, and you need to respect that.
That's the 3rd best Grinch.
I think we might need to throw in Boris freaking Karloff. By the way, if you
I hate
haven't watched
everyone.
Frankenstein yet,
I hate
he's
everyone.
great.
I'm ready to commit to it just to
Jim
anger
Carrey
Kendall.
as the Grinch.
Jim
Creepy.
Carrey's a good.
But he was more, that wasn't really animated.
No, I
right?
know. I'm telling you, like, why?
All right, we've got James Earl Jones, Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, Angela Lansbury. These are the top 5 Hollywood actors that transition into voice acting.
Okay. Are we gonna not even think about The Rock and Moana?
I didn't think he was great. Here he is.
Don't look at me like that. It's a beautiful cave. She's gonna love it. And I'm going to love you in my belly. Now let's fatten you up, Drumstick.
He's just the Rock in everything he
That's
does.
true, that's
He's not
true.
a
All
good
right,
character.
I'm fine. We're just big Moana
Yeah.
heads at my house.
Okay.
Jeremy Irons?
I say
I
Jeremy.
like Jeremy Irons.
Let's go to Jeremy Irons.
Wait,
I hit the button. Sorry.
we're leaving Andy Serkis out of this.
Yeah, precious.
He did one of the greatest impressions of
Yeah,
a
but
character that was so hard to pinpoint and peg that he had to spend hundreds of hours in that crazy suit doing these things all by himself, developing this voice, and then turning the character of Gollum into Schmeagol. Come on.
Does anybody know anything Andy Serkis did before he
No.
was?
No, I think that
Gollum.
falls into my same
So?
Bob Peterson of it all. Is that this person was not an actor before, which I get.
I get where
Mike?
I get where Kendall's coming though. He is.
I get where you're coming from.
He
It's a
also-
big role.
he's also
Is he an act? Like a huge.
Yeah, no, you're right, Mike.
So now he's doing the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I guess he's done a lot of
Okay,
other stuff
Jeremy
with it.
Irons, calm down over there in left field.
I really love Jeremy Irons, but again, that's the 80s millennials in us because we were obsessed with
We
that character in that
already
movie.
have one Lion King character, though. We
That's how
can't do
good it
two.
is. That's how good it is. Okay.
I, as the old person on the show, am going to go with Boris Karloff.
There you go.
The end. Because he is the great. That is his narration of the
remember
original
any-
Grinch is amazing.
I
The
remember
original
any of you
Grinch is
nominating the
amazing.
Grinch, but me. So that's cute. But whatever.
You're just
Give me an
reminding
assist.
us of our hate for anything new and our love for the original Grinch.
Yes, you rekindled it. You rekindled it.
There you go.
if you will.
Love it.
Thank
our
you.
T-shirt next year.
I would like everyone in the comments to explain to all three of these Nimrods why The Grinch with Jim Carrey, voiced by Sir Anthony Hopkins, is the greatest Grinch. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Also, like and subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye.